Well, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. New, hello, I am Yasmin. Not already, please like and subscribe. All right, Taurus, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. Taurus, this is going to be your love reading, okay? I apologize earlier. I have to wait for my computer to show that I'm on live just to see what the stream looks like. See, looks like it's still a little foggy. Let me see. It looks like it's still doing things that it should not be doing, guys. Okay. It looks like it's still doing things it shouldn't be doing. And usually I have to wait at night because everybody and their mama is on the internet. That's usually the reason why it does this. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do. Let's see how we can work this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start with the reading. We're going to see how we can work it, guys. It looks so bad. I can already tell you it is not looking good already. One second, y'all. Okay, I'm going to see if that worked. Maybe that'll work a little bit. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get into the reading. Let's see what's going to come out here for Taurus. Taurus, this is going to be your love reading. I'm going to go ahead and just pull from the top. I'm not going to shuffle my normal way. Whatever is in reverse is in reverse. Whatever is upright is upright. That's how we're going to do this reading today. So let's get it. This is going to be for Taurus. Let's see. This is for Taurus. Love reading for Taurus. All right. First card coming out is the Seven of Wands in the upright. Four of Swords in reverse. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Five of Cups in the upright. All right. All right, so there's some issues here, okay? And I don't know where you guys are on the timeline. Oh, wait a minute. These cards are looking a little crooked. I don't know where you are on the timeline here, Taurus. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I see, okay? There looks like there's been some type of pausing for most of you when it comes down to love, all right? If I had to just look at this reading, that's what it looks like to me. Is it much better? Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. I'm happy that you said that. So, all right. Okay. We're back in motion. We're back in business. Okay. So it does look like there has been some pausing. Let's just look at the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is you in this reading. That's what I asked for. Sometimes I switch it, but today you are the second in a second position. There's two reasons generally why the Four of Swords would be in your reading. If I had no words on the cards, I don't really pay attention to that. Really, it is very much so non-action. But it's also telling me the reason why this is happening to you with the Seven of Wands. I feel like whoever you were dealing with don't deserve your time or energy. Or maybe you block somebody, and that's the reason why your love right now is in a stalemate position. It could have been because of a third party here with the Three of Pentacles. Five of Cups is talking about how you feel, your actual feelings and your emotion. And I mentioned this earlier when I said when I do these readings, some of these reads talks about what you've already experienced. Right now, some of you could be experiencing it. And then in the future, this is what you could experience, God forbid, right? Because you already know you're going to be meeting somebody and you have to deal with this nonsense. But I am seeing that for a lot of you, you literally said, this is not worth fighting for. And what happened? The Four of Swords says that you need this time to heal. We're not going to be talking about love right now. You need to be worrying about yourself. And part of that burnt out energy is like, I've given my whole brain, my heart to you. I've given everything that I have into you and into our relationship, and it's still not working. Why? The Three of Pentacles is in reverse. You weren't even trying. You weren't even being cooperative with me. And it also talks about whoever you were with, you've had conversations before about how you wanted things to work. You sat down on the couch and you're like, all right, let's do this again. I want to tell you what's happening so we can make it work. And they were not learning from their mistakes. Three of Pentacles in reverse is the uncooperative energy. It's like, no, I want to do what I want to do. But at the end of that conversation, I'm pretty sure you guys believed to some degree that they heard you, right? They were like, yes, they were nodding their head. Yeah, okay, we can make this work. Yeah, everything will be fine. They weren't committed to the cause, right? So if we're saying that it's a committed relationship that you were in, they weren't even committed to making it right. So here with the Seven of Wands, you have to figure out a way how to protect yourself, protect your energy. So some of you may have moved out of the house, or there's going to be conversation about, I need to leave here. I can't be here with you. There's no progression here. Four of Swords, again, doesn't talk about non-action on your part. It talks about the non-action on your person's end as well. But let me tell you, you could be the one that's being blamed from this, Taurus. You could be the one that's being blamed for the non-action. I always tell you guys that you're the villain sometimes too. Where someone says, if you don't do this, I'm going to give you an ultimatum. If you don't work this out the way that it needs to, Three of Pentacles, work it out, right? If you do not work on this the way it needs to be worked on, I'm going to leave. That could be someone telling you that. It's not just about the opposite way. Somebody could be telling you that. But it's saying you are exhausted with the idea of trying. That's what it's basically saying. You are exhausted with the idea of trying. So the Five of Cups basically is saying, even if I haven't left yet, I already know this is going to make my heart hurt. This is going to make me really sad. This is going to hurt. I'm disappointed. You don't want to change. And for a lot of you, this could be some years that you have been experiencing this with this person. And we're only on the first row. Let's go ahead. Let's get to the second row. That's when we really get down to the nitty gritty. Let's see what's coming out here for Taurus. I'm going to pull again from the top. This is for Taurus. Let's see what comes out. Let's see if it's anything better. I want to talk to the singles while I'm doing this. For you single people, you may not even have anybody, right? So the storyline wouldn't necessarily work for you. You're kind of like, I'm not really in a battle with anybody. There's really nobody around. The Four of Swords still talk about how dry the desert is for you. Like there's like, you know, spiders all over the place. You know, it's all like an old mansion. No one's knocked on your door in a while. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles could be this give up energy. And let me tell you, some of you have given up the idea that you will ever be in a real relationship. So you're okay with being aside. You're okay, right? And I'm not saying people can do whatever they want, but you may feel like it's better for me to have something than to have nothing. Because a lot of you know that whoever you're dealing with could be either married, could be in a committed relationship, could have children, all of that. And for you, because there has been such a lifeless energy with love, you're okay with being with someone who you may have fallen in love with or whatever. That's a storyline for some of you as well. But the Five of Cups, we can't ignore that. The Five of Cups is saying, if that is even true, how do you feel? You don't even feel good about it because you're disappointed. Like if this was a completely different card, I'll be like, oh, you don't even care. You don't even care that your person is like with somebody else. You're not even, no, that's not true. The Five of Cups is saying, this is hurting my heart. This is hurting my feelings. I always feel like I'm losing here. Okay. That's what that's telling me. I'm going to tell you what's coming out now. You got all Pentacles. Wow. You have the King of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Eight of Pentacles. And you have the Three of Swords. That is crazy. Three of Swords is coming out, hitting that Five of Cups card. Give it a second. Let it kind of, give it a second. There we go. It's when my hand go into the camera. That's when it starts to do that. That's why I'm trying to keep my hands away from the camera. I would say this is on money, on par. King of Pentacles is upright. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Swords is in the upright. We're going to talk about that in a minute. A lot of you may have completely walked away from someone. And you know how sometimes I always say this is out of protest. You know, I always talk to you guys on the phone and you're so upset, you're so angry. I'm never gonna talk to them again. I'm not gonna ever talk to them again. And I'm looking at your reading and I'm like, that's not what your reading is saying. I just call cap on it. I'm sorry. I get that, you know, you need to spill. Like, you can spill it to me. It's cool. Like, I get it, right? But I'm not necessarily seeing your conviction. Basically, you have been dealing with someone where you feel has been inconsiderate of your feelings. Whether it's people that you're dealing with in the past, someone who's been coming in and out, or it's just someone that you're with. You feel like they're inconsiderate of your feelings. There could be a reason why you want them around. The King of Pentacles in the upright is boss-like energy. It's something about their aura, right? They just step in a room and people are just in love with them. And you're a little bit too in this energy where you're magnetized towards this person. Okay, but they could be arrogant. The King of Pentacles is amazing. It could be a very wonderful card, but I don't like the fact that it's hitting the Seven of Wands, because to me, it makes me feel like this person could be a little arrogant. You could be dealing with another earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles is making me feel that you could be dealing with someone who works a lot, or their business, or, you know, there's something a little bit more important right now. So it's like they'll talk to you when they talk to you, or I'll get back to you when I get back to you. It's that type of thing. But that's okay in the beginning. But if you guys have been doing this for a whole year, then where does the priority lie in your relationship? Okay. This person could be just one of those people where their main love is their work and their career. That's the only thing that I don't really like about the King of Pentacles. It's a little bit dangerous with that one. Now, here you have the Knight of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is you, by the way. Okay? I can read it both ways. King of Pentacles is you. Because remember, the Seven of Wands is saying why you are taking a stand. Because you understand your abundance and your worth. But you also understand that you're not going to be dealing with someone who's egotistical too. Right? Like, just as much as I can respect you, you can respect me. But sometimes the King of Pentacles says it's me first and not you. Okay? So you were like, I'm not really liking that. So some of you, it does look like you took your stand and then, you know, you may have walked away what it looks like you did. Okay? Now, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is interesting because, remember, I did not shuffle the way I normally shuffle, and it came out perfectly again. Four of Swords is a non-action card. It is a stuck energy. Knight of Pentacles is the same thing. If it's in the upright, it's moving, but it's moving slowly. But it's moving. But when it's in reverse, it's like it's barely moving. Or not at all. This card says that you feel stuck or stifled, that you feel like you're unable to get something, and you're losing patience for it. That's definitely for the single people. One thing I will tell you, for the single people, I could definitely say that about you. This is the reason why I feel like you get in relationships that are not necessarily best for you, because you're just tired. You're kind of giving up on the idea of true love, giving up on the idea of really falling in love for someone. Okay? But it's also saying the reason why your connection wasn't working because there was no aim. Now, two cards are basically saying that. You got the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Pentacles is, again, both of these cards that talk about workability and working together are all in reverse. Remember, I kept on doing readings for you, Taurus. At one point, I was doing all these readings for you, and I kept saying, where is your person? Like, where is your person at? Like, why are you still dealing with the past? I really do feel like the past is over, but at the same time, maybe there's some remnants, or maybe you're thinking about them a little bit. It could be something like that. Because see, the Seven of Wands and the Four of Swords talks about something that has already occurred. But because that Three of Swords is here, it's like, are you considering getting back up with them? I don't mean to be jumping around, but there has to be some type of consideration in this reading because you got a 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It almost feels like it's non-workable. But the 3 of Swords, it says overcoming your sadness and reconciliation. Now, this makes me fearful because for some of you, you're not learning from your past. Ooh, sorry, had to tell you. That's what it's basically saying. Because you're so sad here with the 5 of Cups. I just missed them so much. I can't, the way that I feel like I'm suffocating with them not being in my life. And the 3 of Swords is like, I want to recover this. I want this to work. I want it to work. I can't stand the feeling of this grief and sadness. And so there's a possibility that there could be reconciliation. But here it's saying, I still don't see this working. Part of that 3 of Cups is disillusionment. Be careful with that. Okay? All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get 3 more. This is for Taurus. Let's see what's going to come out here for Taurus. I want to get to the singles. So what I want to do, let me talk about the singles for a second and then I'll do the overall. I don't want them to think that I'm missing them because this really is the storyline, no matter if you're single right now or not. Some of you are going to be experiencing this energy with new loves. All right, let's see. You have the 10 of Swords. There it is again. Look at this, guys. You got the 3 of Swords in reverse that talks about reconciliation. 10 of Swords in the reverse, which talks about regeneration. Y'all, you got the Hermit here. Could be dealing with a Virgo. But that 10 of Cups. It's just like clockwork. It's on the money. You guys really love this person, but I feel like this is like, let's try again. Let's see if we can make this try again. Let's see if we can make this work. You know what I really feel that's happening? You know how sometimes you can get so angry with someone because something didn't work and you can't forgive yourself. You're not gonna be able to really fully move on into new relationships until you are able to reconcile your feelings with the fact that it did not work or it didn't happen. And that's okay. I thought about that. It hit me at the last minute because I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't always mean that the person is going backwards. It can mean that you are being stifled, which is what we said earlier. Your feelings is stifling you from moving on to other people. It makes so much sense. You have to reconcile your feelings with something that didn't work, that you wanted to work so much. This is the reason why the Hermit card is here, because that's the soul searching. That's what this is really about. We're talking about looking inside of you. You also played a part in this as well. And then the last card told you what was the problem, and that is what you're really seeing. You're seeing that you were in a false reality. That part of being with them was a false sense of security because that's where you were comfortable at. It doesn't even matter if you were married to this person, if you had children with this person, if your families had dinner. It was an imbalance. It was broken. You guys didn't get along. 3 of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles in reverse. You didn't get along. So part of the regeneration is really your soul. It's really you. It's really within you. It really doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. Do I feel like this is a choice? Yes, you have a choice. If you want to be with somebody from the past, Taurus, hey, that's totally up to you. But this really is about the feelings. The 5 of Cups did it for me right at the end. That's when I got it. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Nope, they ain't going backwards. I just don't see it. This was a total disconnect. And even though it hurt, you are realizing that you have to move on from this. Okay, because there's really no comeback from that. 4 of Swords told you in the beginning part of the reading why it was really coming out. It's like, be prepared, Taurus. This is going to hurt. And it's going to take time for you to heal May not want to hear that, but it's going to take time. And it's interesting because you got somebody else in your reading that you're going to really like. Especially you single people. One thing I will say about you, it really talks about for you, you're making a comeback. All those relationships that didn't work out, you have somebody here that's potential for growth, that has a potential for it. But the relationships have to be based on something. The Ten of Cups talks about the inauthentic relationships. Being in relationships just because you have outgrown that, it does not even do anything for you. You don't even feel it anymore. None of that. You are praying about it, Four of Swords and the Hermit card, and the universe is going to make that happen for you. Okay? But I do see somebody here. Okay? But right now, this is really about what has occurred with you guys leaving and getting out of something that has been here for a very long time. And Taurus, you of all people know we've been reading that same person. Remember, we were reading that for months, and now you guys have graduated. You guys have moved on. Now, I'm not done. I want to use this last deck. I very seldom really use this deck with you. You guys you've seen it before, but we're kind of at the end of something. So let's see what your person has to say to you. Let's get it. This is for Taurus. Let's see. This is for Taurus. Taurus, the card that came out here for you, it says the energy between us felt amazing. You guys always know that I can tell the difference between them and you. I want you to love me for who I am. Let's get one more. So basically, this person is saying, I know you're the one, and that scares me. Yeah, I don't really fall for that one. I know that's a real thing, but, I think that's sometimes what people like to hear to make themselves feel good. When you really look at this reading, you can tell that the person already effed up anyway, because the last card said, I know that you're the one and that scares me. Well, what you mean? Because the matching card, all tarot and all oracles, anytime cards come out like that someone is being sabotatory. So I don't make excuses for people sabotaging their connections anyway. So if you're going to sabotage it, I don't really want an excuse. Like, okay, like you're really the one for me, but it scares me. So that's the reason why I'm not with you. Okay, it really doesn't matter the reason why you're not with me. You like completely crushed my soul, right? Like looking at the Five of Cups, it's like you crushed me. You were intentionally not making this work. Is that what it was? I feel like when it says energy between us talks about like how hard it was for either one of you to really disconnect. It could have taken a while for both of you to really disconnect. Codependency happens that way. You don't have to romanticize anything, really. Like codependency works like that. You once had an amazing energy, but are you still holding on to the feeling that was? Or are we really looking at reality for what it really is? Okay, after a while, it's not really about what you feel anymore. It's about what you do. And obviously, this person really wasn't doing anything. They were running and they were hurting you. According to them, they were running. But they definitely were hurting you. Here in the middle, it says, I want you to love me for who I am. So if you want to stay with me, you're going to have to put up with all the other bullshit that I'm coming with, basically. And remember in the beginning part, when we got to the second row, we looked at the King of Pentacles, and I said the King of Pentacles is you. And I said, when you stood up for yourself, you start taking a stand saying, no, I'm strong enough, that I'm worthy enough, that I'm abundant enough, that I have something to give to somebody. And right now I'm wasting my time. And that's really no cap, because you're really walking away from this reading. Heartbroken, by the way. So those are real, true feelings and emotions. You're not playing games. This shit hurts. but you realize that it's just not working. Okay. Come back. Of course, you guys already know most readings are continuous. We done graduated, Taurus. I'm so proud of you. I don't see a past person at all in this reading. None whatsoever. Thank God. Thank the Lord. I can't wait. I couldn't wait till we get to another part of the readings. Okay. It always happened. I've been on YouTube for years. I always know that, every sign graduates, and you finally graduated from that. I'm so proud of you. Taurus, thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. Again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you are interested in a personal reading, all of that is below. If you are dealing with a Virgo is next, and hopefully I'll be able to do Sagittarius tonight as well. All right, I see you guys. Love you. Bye.